So this message is specifically from Fenrir, from the Norse pantheon. If you do not work with Fenrir, don't worry, you can still watch this video, you can still watch this reading if you feel drawn to it, but a lot of people who will watch this video and find that they resonate with this message are probably going to either work with Fenrir or have him in their space in some way, shape, or form. Or might just feel that Fenrir is calling out to them. So either way, welcome to this reading. And let's see what Fenrir has to say for you. So, to start with, for a lot of people watching this reading, they might feel stuck, pushed in a corner. There's definitely this feeling of helplessness. The first thing that Fenrir really wants to get through to you is that this period of time is going to end, and it's going to end very soon. For a lot of people, it is ending right now as you are watching this video. You might be feeling a shift in energy around you. You might be feeling very restless, which can happen when there's like something new trying to enter your life, or you're going through some form of shift in your life. And for a lot of people, I'm definitely sensing some restlessness, a need to act, a need to do something, and you might not specifically know what that is. You will very, very soon. After watching this video, is going to become very, very clear. For some of you, maybe during this video, you might figure out what to do, or what it is that Fenrir wants you to do. I'm not supposed to, and yet I reached for it. Why? Why am I like this? You have a lot of demons that you are having to fight through right now. And Fenrir is definitely saying, like, I know that you're tired. I see that you're tired. I feel that you're tired and that you're ready to give up. Like, some of you might genuinely be ready to just, like, give up, lay down and say, you know what, I'm just surrendering to my fate. And I'm hearing for a lot of people that comes from a place of frustration, a place of anger. My apologies if you can hear my dog in the background. There's a lot of anger, there's a lot of frustration that is making a lot of people go like, you know what, I'm throwing in the towel, I'm giving up. You really need to keep going, because things are about to shift for you. It's not going to stay the way that things are now. You were put on a break. And breaks like that, when it is like a forced break, when our energy is like, I want to go, 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 and our guides, our spirit team, our ancestors, past and loved ones, when they're like, no, you're going to calm down, you're going to sit down before you do anything else, that can be incredibly frustrating. As an incredibly frustrating energy. I myself just came back from one of those forced breaks. It is horrible. But after a break like that, good things are coming in, because it means that they are preparing you. For a lot of you, I'm hearing like your nervous system almost like needed to calm down. They needed to get you to a place where you could be relaxed enough that when new things came in, good things came in, you would be able to deal with them in a level-headed way, so you could reap in the rewards that are coming for you. There might be a financial reward coming in. I'm hearing for a lot of you, it's financial. It's some type of physical gain. It's like something that you can hold, something that you can use, not necessarily like an emotional upgrade or a situation that is going to resolve itself. Like, even if that is the case, then it's still gonna most likely solve itself through a physical solution. Again, something that you can hold. For a lot of you guys, is going to be money. And for a lot of you, that is going to be money that you've been waiting for a while. I'm hearing 4 years. And it's like, for this to come in, before this was handed to you, because it might you kind of feeling like it's, for some of you, not all of you, like it's kind of like falling into your lap. This was prepared for you for a very long time. you've had to work for it very hard. This was like a manifestation, if this is something that you guys were manifesting. Something that your guys held for you for a very long time until you were ready, and then they made you aware of either the money itself or the reward itself, or a way to obtain it. And it kind of came out of nowhere. I feel like for a lot of you guys, it came kind of out of nowhere. You had to go through a lot of heartbreak to get this reward. I'm hearing maybe like a partnership that used to be there, people who you thought that you could trust that just backstabbed you. For a lot of people also who maybe were extorted, if that happened to you, I am so very sorry. I've been there. It's tough. It's genuinely really, really, really tough. And there is going to be justice here for you. You are going to come out on top with that. And with this order, I'm almost like seeing it like, it's not for all of you that it's going to happen specifically this way. This is for some of you. So if it resonates, take it. If it doesn't, don't. The people who extorted you are somehow going to give you back this money, even if they don't intend to. I don't see them intending to, but somehow the money is going to come, again, for some of you, not all of you, through them, whether that be a court case, whether that be just pressure from other people that they're like, you know what, I figured out what you did, give back the money, or give back this thing that you stole or you took, like, give it back. Somehow there's going to be justice that is going to leave these other people who hurt you very angry, very pissed, but you're going to get your justice. And this is where FENRIR is really saying, like, you know what, that's all great and good and all, but you still have to deal with the emotions, the anger, the resentment, the loneliness that you got through this betrayal. There's definitely a betrayal there. And he's very scared because I did this original reading a couple of days ago. And he very specifically told me, like, I'm scared that they're gonna, instead of rising above what happened, let this anger, let this resentment consume them. And that is very dangerous, because then you start to turn to the people that hurt you, and you're just continuing a cycle. So what's going to be very important is that you deal with these negative emotions. For a lot of you, that's going to be shadow work, whether that be through a therapist, whether you're doing that with your deities, or it's more like something you're doing on your own. I'm seeing like a self-help book, maybe some of you are using, like guided journals, those kind of things. Whatever works best for you, you need to do. But you somehow need to deal with this anger and with this resentment and genuine heartbreak that you suffered. Some of you, this might have been an emotional connection. Others, this might have been friends. I mean, for some of you, it was like you were just trying to give, be a good person. Just say, like, even when you didn't have a lot, that you were like, you know what, I'm still gonna lend a helping hand. Try to help other people. And not only were they not grateful, they took it and they ran. They decided, you know what, I have it now, and now I'm gonna essentially like disappear. Now I'm going to never give you back any help. I'm never going to acknowledge that you did this for me. And when I do, it is going to be in a very gaslighting kind of way of like, yeah, but I needed it, so I don't owe you anything. Or anything of the sort. It's just like they emotionally were unavailable when you were going through your pain. You can't go back to them. You can't expect them to heal your pain. And that is, I feel like, what is making you kind of bitter and frustrated and angry right now. Because, like, you're going back to these people and saying, I need you to solve my pain because you caused it. Here's the thing. Most of the time, when people cause you pain or do something that they know will cause you pain because they knew, they 100% knew that what they were doing was going to cause you a great ton of pain, they're not going to fix it. You can say 1,000,000 times, what you did hurt me, or I want an apology, I want you to make this better. If someone is saying, I'm sorry, with their fingers crossed behind their back, or thinking, I don't mean a word of this, I just want to get out of the situation, it's not going to help. And your intuition is strong enough that you know when people are not taking you seriously, when people are just saying something to get you off their back, when they're not being genuine. And there are people who want to help you when it comes to this. A support network. You have the people there. It's like you just need to reel them in. It's like you just need to be honest and open and say, you know what, this happened to me. I'm not sure how to deal with it. I'm not really sure what I'm doing. And these are people who will share your anger, share your pain. These are people, for some, who will know what it was like. And others who truly have the emotional maturity, the emotional depth, the emotional, just the empathy, the sympathy, that they're like, you know what? I can understand why you would be that angry, why you would be that pissed. And those are the people that you need to connect with, because they will help you get over this pain. You need to get rid of the superficial connections that is like, they feel good in the moment, but they don't help you long term, because those are the connections that you are currently stuck in, and that is a problem. They are making you bitter, they make you feel pushed into a corner, they make you avoid your shadow work because they make you feel good in the moment, so then your spirits are uplifted, and you're like, oh yeah, I don't need to do the shadow work anymore, like, I'm great. But then when you crash again, you're like, what happened? I don't understand, because I was doing so much better a couple of hours ago. Superficial happiness in the moment does not guarantee happiness long term. And that is what you need to understand. You need to deal with your demons. You need to deal with the things that are hurting you. And specifically, I'm hearing, go back to these memories of the people that hurt you in order to get better. Allow those memories to come in. One of the ways that I personally do shadow work when it comes to like working with memories is turn on the camera of like either my phone or oftentimes my computer, because that has a little bit more space, and just start talking about that memory. Just whatever comes out without really a filter, without thinking about what I'm saying, because that allows deeper emotions to come out when you're not worried about a filter. So just looking myself literally in the eye while talking into a camera, it allows you to immediately look at your face, see your facial expression, see how your body is reacting, and that is a really good way to just get emotions out. As well as when you do this, you're more aware of your body, you're more aware of what's physically happening to you, so you also can more easily see when it's time to regulate, when it's time to take a break, when it's like you're getting overwhelmed. And that might be, I think, something that can help you guys a lot of immediately feeling FENRIR, being like, yeah, it would. So maybe that's something to look into, or you can do it through writing. Some people do it through tarot. You might want to connect with your inner child. FENRIR, especially if you work with him, or if he's in your space, for some of you, he's definitely looking after your inner child. There's some pain with your inner child, anger with your inner child, that he's almost like he's shielding it from you. Because he wants you to work through it very slowly. And for now, it's like it's not like he's keeping it from you, because he can't keep it from you. You're still gonna feel it. But he's definitely kind of shielding you from the things that you're not ready to deal with yet. So the emotions that you are feeling, the emotions that you are going through, you're ready to feel. Those are the emotions that you're ready to work with. And the more that you work with the emotions that you have now, the more emotions that he's going to allow to come in. More memories, more feelings, more sensations that you're going to have to deal with when it comes to shadow work. And he's going to do that very slowly, but only with the emotions that you're ready for. So even if it feels like you're getting overwhelmed, or even if you're like, I can't deal with this, you can deal with it. You can. Because otherwise, Fenrir will be shielding you from it much more. He really would be. Because he is often a protector of people who hold a lot of anger, hold a lot of rage. He has a lot of it himself. So he knows what it feels like. And he's here to help you deal with it in a healthy way. And that also means preventing you as much as possible, because obviously you're going to sometimes be in situations where you simply can't avoid it, where you simply can't turn a switch off, like, oh, these are now things I don't want to deal with. But as much as possible, he's shielding you from the emotions that you can't deal with yet. The amount of anger, the amount of hurt. And a lot of that comes with your inner child. That might be something that it feels like you don't want to look into it yet. You don't want to touch that part of yourself yet. Don't do that until you're ready, but no, like, until that time, he is helping you take care of your inner child. Even if you don't do work with your inner child directly, because that is very hard to do a lot of the time, especially if you're more in the beginning stages of shadow work, or just working with him in general. You're going back to what I was saying earlier in regards to the financial / physical reward. You're going to get some kind of offer that is going to help you financially. You're going to get some kind of offer, and it's very important that you take this opportunity. This is someone saying like, hey, I want to help you out financially, or here is this opportunity that is open for you if you want it to help you financially. Whatever this is, whatever this looks like, this might be some kind of job that is going to earn you money. This might be some kind of partnership. This might literally just be a way out of the situation that you are in right now. There are a lot of possibilities, but somehow there is going to be this offer to help you financially, to put you in a much better place, and you really need to take it. Because this is going to lift a burden off of you that is going to allow you to focus on different things, and specifically focus on shadow work. Because sometimes it's like we're so stressed that it's like the bucket is full and one more drop of water, the bucket flows over. Taking this opportunity is going to make room for something else to come in, and that would be you dealing with your shadow work. Starting shadow work is dealing with the emotional stuff that you have going on, rather than focusing on bills and how am I going to be able to eat, how am I going to be able to pay my rent, how am I going to be able to pay for medication, blah, 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 blah. And this is you're going to know that this is the right thing to do. You might have some doubts, but I feel like they're not going to be incredibly big. They're not going to be incredibly big doubts. You're going to know that this is the right thing to do. And he's really saying, like, take it so that I can come in and help you with other things. He's trying to take away a burden for you. So you're really, really going to want to look out for this opportunity. And again, I kind of get the feeling of like this is just going to fall in your lap. And that might be a little bit why you're like, I don't know if I can trust this. Like, this kind of came out of nowhere. Still, take it. This is a reward from Fenrir saying, you've done a lot of work already. Here's this to take some of this off of your plate. And it's going to be very important that you take this. This financial opportunity, I'm hearing the word opportunity, so this might be more like a job offer or whatever. For some other people, it will literally just be like money flopping into your lap, like you've worked hard towards something and now you're getting the financial reward for it. Whatever it is, like I said, is going to make room for other things. And for you, it's also going to be a bit of a break for some of you. A lot of you, I feel like. Almost all of you, it seems. Where you're going to be able to just like take a break, kind of like sit back and just like a long exhale, like you've been holding your breath for a very long time. And he's saying like take the break so you can start preparing to level up emotionally. Again, and that comes through doing shadow work, dealing with your demons, dealing with your emotions. But he's saying, like, take a break. Allow yourself to take a break once this comes in. Because once you do, you're going to start yourself, like, seeing yourself level up. Your emotions, while they might still be overwhelming, might not be as heavy on you anymore. You might be less, frankly, I'm hearing emotionally unstable. Like one moment you're happy, the next you're sad, the next you're angry. It's like a roller coaster maybe right now. That's going to be less. It's still going to be there because you have a lot of emotions to deal with before that can calm down. But it is going to calm down because you now have less stress. That stressor, that financial stressor is gone. And that is going to be very important here. Take a break so you can level up emotionally. Because it is time for you to start focusing on your own happiness. That is going to be very important here. You haven't always been focusing on it. So now it is time for you to focus on your own happiness. Working towards it. Earning justice, literally, for what was done to you. And not just financially, or the situation that we discussed, or whatever that looks like, but in other areas of your life as well. They want you to celebrate. They want you to be happier. They want you to be the best version of yourself that you can be, and you're going to be starting on that journey. But this is a time for you to focus on yourself. And I feel like some of you might have been like a bit of a rebel, especially when it comes to like just how you live your life. For a lot of you, how you decide to earn money, how you decide to make a living for yourself. I'm hearing for some of you, this is for a very select group of people. People are going to start understanding, not everybody, but people are going to start understanding why it was that you rebelled. Why it was that you did the way that you did things. Somehow they're going to understand. I feel like a lot of people thought that you were like being lazy, having a very bad attitude of like you don't want to, and they're going to understand, even if it was, I feel like with a lot of people there's going to be a lot of shame there. That it's like we said all of these things to you and they all turn out to be wrong. Like they're going to really see like, oh, I was a bit of the moron in this situation. Not them. And you always knew that what you were doing was right, but they didn't always see it. And that might also be a point of hurt that you're going to have to deal with. And I'm just going to say right now, people don't have to support you in order for you to get to where you want to be. You can achieve your goals without having an inch of support. With everybody looking at you saying that you're being an idiot, you can still achieve your goals. You can still achieve what you want to achieve. But it makes it 10 times harder on you emotionally when you don't have any support. So for some of you, there's definitely going to be people I'm hearing like biting their tongue saying like, okay, maybe we're just going to get a shut up now because clearly you know what you might be knowing what you're doing. This might have been something creative that you were doing to achieve your goals and are really saying like, keep going with that. FENRIR is really saying like, keep going with that, but also maybe some other guides that you have around you. saying like keep going with that because you're going to reach stability. You're going to get what you want. This lousy attitude that everybody is talking about, ignore it. You're not lazy. You're just doing what you need to do, and other people are just not at your level, at a very different level, a very different frequency than you, and are just not going to be able to see it. Ignore them and just keep doing what you're doing. But work on your shadows at the same time. Look at those parts that you don't necessarily want to look at. Look at those parts that are causing you pain, that are causing you hurt, that are causing you a lot of distress. You're going to feel motivated. You're going to feel ready to do this, even if you are scared. It is fine to be scared. We're all scared when we're doing the right thing. The right thing a lot of the time in life is to take risks, and this is one of those moments where it's like you gotta take the plunge. You gotta do what you gotta do to get to where you want to be, even if people are looking at you like an idiot, wondering when it's time to put you in an asylum. Even then, you have to stick to your goals. The people who really made it, the most wealthy, well-known, famous people, all had people looking at them being like, he is an idiot. And they made it. And so will you. But you have to accept that not everyone is going to support you. And that's fine. Because you always have someone in your corner. You always have Fenrir in your corner. He's making that very clear. As well as some other guys, if you work with Loki, he's very hard in my ear right now being like, me. I'm also there to support them. So if you work with Loki or you feel like you have him hanging in your space, he is also supporting you. He also believes in you 110%. I'm really getting this feeling of like, your guys are believing in you now more than ever. They're a little bit nervous because they see how hard you're struggling. But at the end of it, they know that you're going to succeed. But they also know that some big changes need to come in. And that is also what they want to prepare you for, Fenrir included. Of like, let this come in, shoot into action, deal with your emotions, deal with your pains. We'll be there to hold every step of the way, and just keep in mind the reward at the end of it. Reach out if you need to talk. Reach out if you need a listening ear. Even if it's just talking to Fenrir, saying, you know what, my day sucked today, and I'm pissed about this, or I'm sad about that, that can be enough. Just like reach out, do what you need to do, just so that you know deep down that you're supported by them. Because they want you to know, like, we support you. There's a lot of, I feel like, passed on loved ones you might have around you. Because I can literally, like, feel them around you. Saying like you're going to be fine. But they really want you to draw attention to the fact like they are here as much as Fenrir is. Even if this is his message. They're literally all coming through at the same time saying like we're here too and we believe in everything that you're doing. And if you see the numbers 333, 888, or 000, those are numbers that you will now know you're on the right path. For some of you, also 444. But if you see those numbers around you, you know you're on the right path. You know that you're doing the right thing the moment that those numbers start showing up. You're going to be fine. But it's time to start working and do this for yourself. Don't let your anger consume you. He was literally saying, don't let your anger consume you the way that it consumed me. Because he does still regret it. And he's saying, like, I don't want you to go down that same path. Other people hurt you, and I'm very sorry that they put you in that spot, but I don't want you to now be the person that puts yourself in that spot. Don't be like them and start hurting yourself. Just because their jealousy and their hurt and their pain soured them doesn't mean that it has to sour you. It's time for you to start dealing with it and become happy again, because you can be. It's hard. Shadow work is hard, but at the same time, I'm hearing like it's going to be much easier than you think it is. You may have in mind of like, oh, it's going to take forever and ever to get there. I'm hearing a couple months, and you're going to be really starting to notice changes in your life if you commit to this. So it's really time to start doing that. Give yourself a shot. Give yourself a shot at succeeding, because he sees your potential. He sees what you can do. And there's a lot of potential there. A lot. The healed version of you, I would not want to mess with. It's still someone who's very kind, someone who's very loving, but I would not want to mess with you once you are healed. Let me make that very clear. And he wants you to stay in that happiness and not get consumed by anything else, because he loves that soft side of you. Knowing that you can be so soft but still take control and action of your own life. That is who he loves, because he knows that that is a part of you that you fought very hard to keep. And he's saying, like, don't give it up now. Don't give it up now because some other people are being jerks. It's time for you to start saying, I'm important enough to do this. And you're going to notice changes. And I know that you're going to do it, but the time is now. Not next week, not next month, now. Today. And that's going to be very important. Start with it as soon as you wake up in the morning. I'm hearing. So start with it as soon as you can, and you'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine. You have nothing to worry about. You have nothing to be scared of. Fenrir is a very fierce protector. He's not going to let anyone hurt you. I would know. I have worked with him for a very long time. I have never been as fiercely protected as when I had him in my space. So, do with that what you will, but it's time to start. Now, I hope that this message helped you. I hope that it was useful. I hope that you got something out of it. If you feel drawn to Fenrir, especially after watching this video, reach out to him. If you already work with him, he wants to work with you regarding this. If you don't work with Fenrir, if you don't have any desire to, that's fine. You don't feel forced to now go reach out to him just because he gave you this message, just because this message resonated with you. You don't have to. That is always your choice. But in any case, I hope that this helped. And I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.